So on this happy day, we wish a very happy Daughters' Day to all these three proud daughters who belong to a
Good,
very
good.
own family of Law Center too. Thank you so much for being with us on this special day. Now, to begin this program, first of all, a very good afternoon to all of you who are gracing this occasion with their kind presence. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce and host the very first program
थोड़ा पानी पिलाना भी कोई सर.
of our panel discussion committee, our program, which is
ढूंढो क्या?
a program which is a
पानी
step
पिला दो
towards.
थोड़ा.
सर आप पहले पानी पी लीजिए फिर मैं स्टार्ट करूँ. मैम, shall I put it on hold now? मैम आप अनम्यूट करिए मैम.
No, no, let's continue. Let's continue.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So it gives me immense pleasure to introduce and host the very first program of our panel discussion committee, a program which is in fact a step towards the celebration of our Golden Jubilee era. And through this program, we'll be celebrating 50 golden and glorious years of Law Center 2. It is such an august and dignified moment for the family of Law Center 2 that for the past 4 consecutive years, our students are shining bright in the legal sky and are bringing accolades, more and more accolades for Law Center 2. This becomes very important in the present day field because of the tough competition in law schools. But I must say, Law Center 2 has established itself as the center of legal excellence. And without doubt, I can say that's the best law center in Faculty of Law. All cheers to our professor in charge, Professor Mahavir sir, respected sir. Yes. Now, the victorious and the glorious past of Law Center 2 is reflected even in its future by having these panelists before us who are carrying the flag high and rising it high and high. And I'm sure that the future students, with their benevolent guidance, will be shining brighter and higher. So, on this honored and dignified moment, I request our professor in charge by extending him a warm welcome that, sir, you please guide our students with your golden words in this Golden Jubilee celebration of Law Center 2. Over to you, respected professor in charge, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Thank you, Bill Gupta ji. My esteemed colleagues and dear students, very good afternoon, all of you. It fills my heart with immense pride to welcome you all to this highly essential academic event organized by Panel Discussion Committee of Law Center 2, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. On this evergreen topic, how to ace law exams. My pride grows multifold while introducing to you all the three panelists of this enriching and enlightening event. Ladies and gentlepersons, our three panelists have unfurled the colors of Law Center 2 at the academic front of Faculty of Law, University of Delhi by scoring the topmost accolade. They have topped their exams in their respective centers by scoring highest marks among all the three centers. Our panelists are great examples of Nari Sakti and set a benchmark for the students to come and for students already enrolled. I wholeheartedly welcome Ms. Prerna Singh, LLB, topper batch 2014 to 2017. Ms. Akshita Punia, LLB topper batch 2016 to 2017. And here I may, feel more proud because I also taught Akshita Punia. And I must mention that she had been remained very punctual student, very interactive student, very much punctual. और एक आध दिन नहीं आई ना तो मैं ही टोक देता था कि तू हिसार तो नहीं चली गई थी.
सर मैं तब भी
ऐसा ही
कहती
करना
थी मैं
चाहिए.
हिसार की नहीं हूँ.
तो मैं कहता था कहती सर एक ही दिन तो नहीं आई. भाभी एक दिन आप जैसे स्टूडेंट का ना आना मुझे अखरता है. I always used to say these words. And Miss Sunita Sevda, LLB topper, batch 2017 to 2020. As all of you know, today is Daughter's Day. So I extend my heartfelt welcome to all our 3 daughters from Law Center 2, whose pride knows no bounds today, as it felicitates our beloved panelists with the ongoing Golden Jubilee celebrations. Friends, the topic of today's event is as vital as our LLB program itself. Very frequently, the students comes with questions like how to score well in law exams, how to write an answer in the law exams, and how to prepare for law exams, etc. I believe today's event is going to be massively helpful to all the students, especially to those who have such questions. The law exams in Faculty of Law are known to bring out the best in students, and the level of questions assesses the multifaceted legal outlook of our students, which ultimately manifests their core conceptual understanding of the law. Friends, in my opinion, today's glowing event is going to be all about perspective. We are going to learn about the art of divulging of legal reasoning, a thought process which will help us throw light on our understanding of law, because it is not just about knowing the law, but also about the presentation of the knowledge of law. I am extremely delighted and look forward to the discussion by our extremely meritorious panelists. I welcome again one and all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your golden words and benevolent guidance. Now I welcome our ever charming, ever smiling, our vibrant Professor Vageshwari Deswal ma'am, who is the convener of panel discussions committee. I welcome you, ma'am, though ma'am will be sharing her golden piece of information and her guidance towards the end of the program. So ma'am, I will ask you to enlighten us then. I extend my warm welcome to my 3 panelists who are our 3 proud women, proud daughters of the center. Our 4th topper, Mr. Bala, who is traveling, could not join us, but no doubt we are actually making Daughters Day by having these 3 daughters with us. Now, I will ask these panelists one by one to share their mantra of success for the present batches of Law Center 2, and not only the present batches would be benefited. Since this program is being recorded and it's live on YouTube, everybody else in the faculty and all the students of the 3 centers of the faculty would be benefited by your mantra of success. So hand over this legacy of success even to the present existing students of Law Center 2. So our first analyst of the day is Miss Prerna Singh. She is
Astha?
Beruji,
Hanji sir.
I would like to mention here that the other panelists or other our meritorious student who could not come because of his own reasons. So I would like, I would love to invite him in future and on another program along with our 3 daughters, because it's not the end of the day, because throughout the year we'll be celebrating our Golden Jubilee.
So, sir, in short, you are trying to say that every year we will be producing
Yeah,
topics.
yeah,
Every year.
yeah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. We'll do that. Okay, sir. So, calling upon our first panelist, Miss Prerna Singh. She had been the topper of the batch 2014 to 17. She did her BSc Zoology honors and MSc Zoology from DU. She did her LLB from Law Center to DU and LLM from Kurukshetra University. Presently, she is working as Inspector Customs and Central GST and also preparing for judiciary. Wishing you all the very best. Over to Ms. Prerna.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Good afternoon to all. As introduced, I'm Prerna Singh. I'm from 2014-17 batch and I have secured 70.6% in my exams. I'm really thankful to all for giving us an opportunity to share our views. And I would prefer to share my experiences, my strategies, and I would guide you accordingly. But it is up to you all to modify it as per your schedule, imbibe it within yourself. I would say an old saying, Suno sabki, karo apne man ki. Go by that. Listen to everybody of us and just imbibe it in you. First of all, love law. Live your law. It will give you an immense pleasure. Law is a part of your life. We see it every day. Before doing LLB, I used to feel that I know everything. Now I used to feel ki, wow, I was missing so many things in life. So enjoy your studies. Don't just take them as a burden. First of all, my strategy, I have divided into 3 phases. First is before exam, second is on the day of the exam, and third is on the particular during the exam. So for before exam, first of all, attend your classes. Don't miss them. Please attend your classes. It will stay with you. Whenever, even if you don't know a question, you will recall some story or some incident that teacher might have told you, and you will remember the facts also. There is a story behind every topic, and teachers know everything. So utilize that. We are a generation of multiple resources. We have access to everything. Exploit your teachers, trouble them with your questions. They would cherish it, they would enjoy it. Teachers are our best resources. Google is not. Google comes secondary. So utilize that. Then I would say build up your knowledge base. Without studies, you cannot imagine good marks. So knowledge is a sine qua non of getting good marks. Make it layer by layer. You will eventually realize once you have read it twice or thrice, you will feel that there is a difference in your comprehension and understanding of the topic. Then interlink and intralinking of the subject is also essential. There are certain offenses which are part of tort also, for example, defamation and IPC also. You must know them. You may not be writing them there and then, but you must know them for future reference, and you can even write them in a single line or two. You should keep your answer at a pedestal higher than others. So you should be prepared with your knowledge base, your material. I used to utilize my breaks between the 2 exams for revision, not for using them for reading for the first time. Don't do that. If you really want to secure good, you need revisions because there are so many sections. You may understand the subject well, but sections will not stay with you for long. Like I might have forgotten many sections by now because I'm not reading them daily. That is not done. We should do that. I used to practice while reading along with writing also, not the answer writing in specific. Write down the main parts. That will help you in, I would say, speeding up your writing element. That will help you in time management eventually. Write it along, and that will help you also learn things, important points, important topics you will remember, important keynotes, keywords that will stay with you. Practice is the key. And ensure at least 2 readings before the exams. I used to also focus on the keywords of the section and ingredients. They must surface in your answer. Verbatism is not required, but they are the soul of the section. When legislature created it, when judiciary was interpreting it, they go by the soul of the section or the subject as a whole. So go for the holistic study. Now comes the day of the exam. That is more important because it is a very crucial day. You are coming to the battlefield almost. Sometimes you are so stressed, sometimes you are more relaxed. For that, sleep well, eat well, and studies. All 3 should be combined well. If you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, your brain would go hazy and foggy. And I have done that many a times. Out of stress, I didn't sleep for long. And in the exam, I used to feel hazy. I could have secured much better had I slept properly. And don't oversleep, please. Don't take it as an excuse. And third, on during the exam, that is the main thing. First of all, time management. See how many questions you have to attempt. For example, 5 questions out of 8. Choose them wisely, not according to what you know, according to what you can write. Because we may not be knowing everything about a topic. It is important. Like you might not have known Dr. Varghese in labor law. He used to teach me. He used to tell me कि मैं पूछता हूँ A और B का distance क्या है, and everybody gives me a history of A and B. They don't tell me distance kya hai. So we don't have to do that. Focus on the question, what the examiner is asking. We don't have to just vomit out everything we know. And don't focus on filling up pages. There were many people who used to come out of the exam and say कि teacher इतना मोटा देख कर ना number देता है. Teacher नहीं देखता है. Who reads a boring book यार? हम भी नहीं पढ़ेंगे. So it's about make your answer interesting and to the point. I used to fill sheets. I'm not denying. I used to take, I think, 5-6 supplement sheets those days, but that didn't mean I was writing anything. No, there were many people who were taking 10 extra sheets. That is not important. What is important is the content of your answer. So choose the question in which you know the best and you can write the best. And before writing an answer, I used to give a synopsis or a gist of the question and the answer accordingly in a flow chart, a diagram, or a table, depending upon the question. Like if there was a differentiation between, I used to write in para, but with a gist in a tabular form. Or if there is a flow chart possible, or if there is a Venn diagram possible, that makes your answer more appealing. It gives a aesthetic look to it. It makes an examiner read your answer. And that's what we want. Our examiner also gets bored reading everything we are writing. They're reading everything again and again. So we have to make it interesting. Then I used to write my answers and start in a line or two with the constitutional essence of it, if it is related. Certain things are there which is related to Article 14 of the Constitution. You can relate why it was created. And then I would dissect the section and into its ingredients, why legislature created, legislative history behind it. And for that matter, I can say, like in IPC, if an accused is charged with Section 300 of murder, and he is claiming a defense of grave and sudden provocation, then you need not write everything about Section 300 firstly, secondly, and thirdly. Focus on the exception part, dissect its elements into the ingredients of it. That is my approach. There may be many approaches because there are many roads to success. I'm just sharing my experience. So that would give me time to focus on a thing which was actually required by the examiner. Because they know we are already charging him with Section 300. Section 300 is already proved. They're not asking for the difference between. Second, if there is a technical subject like IPR, then it should be more scientific oriented. Don't go into the history element of it much. Like if there is a question of geographical index. So there are two elements to it. One is that there it is of specific geographical origin. Second, is it about qualities or reputation due to that particular origin. Then focus on this element. Citing cases is a must. Time management is a must. Don't create fictitious cases. I have many friends who have said, "मैं तो कुछ भी लिख के आया." Teachers know everything. Yeah. They have been teaching for 20, 30 years. They know some fictitious cases. Don't do that. Imbibe latest cases into it. There are many free sites also. I have some notifications coming in my phone about live law, bar and bench, Indian Qanun. You can read the cases, you can have the judgment, quote the important lines that were said by judges. They give I would say they will uplift your answers better. Because teachers are teaching us their best, but they also need to give us a holistic approach. But we need to make it more specific, more oriented, and give it a better pedestal. Then it's not about filling pages, as said. Then I would preferably say there were many people who asked which question to attempt, a question with many options like subparts or a question in general, like there is a question of 20 marks. See, I used to have a lot of material to write. So I used to prefer a long question of 20 marks in general, where I would write without break and I could fill the pages accordingly, according to number of the question. But there are many people who didn't have much content to it. And there sometimes we are not aware of everything. Then go for the subparts questions. Because even if it is 10 marks, you are able to write for 8-9 marks, you will at least get 6-7 marks. Then don't attempt 20 marker. if you're not having that much of content. So it varies upon the content of your answer, then choose accordingly. Time management is the key, because I used to sometimes make a mistake of giving 40 minutes to first question and only 15 minutes to the last question. And sometimes we used to miss the last question. Whatever edge I got in the first question by scoring 5 marks more than many other people, that would end the moment I will get lesser marks in the last question. So preferably stick to the time. अपने brain में just keep a time check कि 20 मिनट देना है इस question को, तो 20 मिनट ही देना है. Because that I practiced and eventually mastered by the last year. My last 2 semesters went really well because I focused कि 20 minutes ही देना है. So try doing that. That would help you all. I think I would just preferably end by quoting American educator Mr. Stephen R. The key is not spending time, but in investing it. So try investing your time and resources well. And lastly, I would thank you all for giving me this new opportunity. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to, add only one word, because you very starting you very rightly mentioned that love with law, but I always used to replace love with romance. That romance with law. In case if you want to learn the law, then romance with law. I always used to make this sentence in my class, that until you are not going to romance with law, you won't be able to know the in-depth of law. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Prerna. And as her name stands with P, starts with P, so she has given us 3 important P's, 3 important tips: proper strategy, proper planning, proper time management, proper sleep. Everything is starting with the word proper. So Prerna Singh starts for property. So thank you so much, Prerna, and over to our next.
Thank you.
One minute, Velu.
Yes, ma'am.
So although Prerna has shared almost everything that she believed in and what all she practiced,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
there is one little secret that I would like to share with all of you, because I used to observe her. She was a very bright student, a keen student, and someone who we would be calling if we needed someone to participate in an essay writing competition or a debate competition. Prerna was our go-to person. Okay, although she would be so busy with her job and everything, but still, I mean, she was one whom we could depend on. So one thing that I want to tell about her quote, I hope, Prerna, you wouldn't mind my disclosing this with everybody. She, throughout her exams, and at the time when her result was about to come, Prerna would be moving around like a sunflower, like wearing a yellow or an orange, including orange or a yellow nail paint.
Yeah, I used to feel it was my lucky charm, probably.
I remember that. And it was like you couldn't miss it, because every exam she would be wearing a yellow dress, including, I mean, so meticulously, even her yellow sandals and her yellow nail paint, because she was so particular. It was like she was very superstitious about this color during her exams and also during her results. So you see, I would like to just tell this to all the students that, see, if you have any of such beliefs, there's nothing wrong about that. It just makes us stronger mentally. Sometimes these are these psychological things, psychological games that we play with ourselves. But okay, it is something which gives us confidence that okay, nothing we can go wrong. At least I've done everything from my side. All the preparation and also, I mean, something that I believe in.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. And even you have corroborated point of Prerna that don't take teachers casually. They observe very neat details, and you cannot write down fictitious names of the cases. Thank you so much, ma'am. Over to our next panelist, Ms. Akshita Punia. She is gold medalist of 2016-19 batch. She did her BSc Maths honors from Jesus and Mary College, DU, with 92% marks to her credit. She is alumnus of Army Public School, Dhola Delhi, and a recipient of AWES scholarship consecutively for her academic excellence. Over to you, Akshita, for such proud moment.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for these kind words you've said about me. Though not so comprehensive as Prerna has been, but I'll share my little bit, whatever humble knowledge I hold. Now it's up to the student body listening. Whatever they like, they can pick. Otherwise, it's never one size fits all approach for anybody. You always have to modify things. A single book can have different impacts on different people. So, and Mahavir sir, thank you so much जो आपने मेरे लिए special mention किया.
वॉइस
और
इको रही है, तो जिसका भी माइक्रोफोन ऑन है, शायद महावीर सर आपका भी माइक्रोफोन ऑन है, तो अगर हम सब ऑफ कर लेंगे तो इको नहीं करेगी आवाज.
now am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, continue, Akshata.
Okay. So basically, I won't be suggesting a very, very strict approach to anything. But whatever little bit humble knowledge I'll prefer sharing. So resources wise, what all should be our go-to things? See, firstly, I feel we underestimate case material a lot. Like, for example, we just take it in the last 10-15 days. I've seen stock being there in the library throughout. Nobody prefers taking them. So I personally feel case material is very important as far as, getting a comprehensive understanding of any particular topic goes. So you really cannot be very well versed with anything till the time you go deep into it. And my personal opinion is whenever you read, roughly, if it's a theory writing paper, you retain only 40% of whatever you've read. So in the final paper, you cannot reproduce more than that. It's a very, very, tried and tested sort of a thing. So basically, read much. Don't limit yourself to just one particular book or one particular, say, handout you got or any help book that you took from the market. Apart from that, class lectures are very important. So, जैसे महावीर sir कह रहे थे, I used to be very regular in the classes. See, you'll feel that at times the content being shared in the class is not custom cut for your examination, but then it's for you to understand the concept holistically, right? You can never say कि अच्छा, they are not dictating you answers like school children. Professors are there to give you an understanding of whatever you're doing. Make a handout of whatever you do in the class. There are two things that help you with this. One, you're more concentrated. Your attention does not waver away when you're writing it down simultaneously. Secondly, you obviously have a value addition when you're compiling your final notes. So that actually helps. People skip classes, eventually it hurts them. That really is not an issue with the professors. They don't count the number of people in the class, but you will have an issue eventually. Apart from that, whenever you're reading a Bayer Act, right? Bayer Act, the sections, subsections, I've seen, see, for example, when you're reading these Environment Protection Act wala sections, or you're reading contracts or anything which is too lengthy, or say Companies Act on that matter of fact, you can actually feel कि अब इसको कितना याद करें. The situation arises. So don't learn things verbatim. Just stick to the keywords. Don't miss out on the keywords. Make tree diagrams or say the draw diagrams or make the sun diagram out of it. Make your personalized notes. Don't rely on any particular notes, whether it's a class note, whether it's a help book that you were using, the quintessential single and gen that we all refer some point or the other in our preparation system. So make your own personalized notes. What I used to do was I used to make notes. I used to go to the library, not handwritten every single time because writing actually takes a lot of time. I used to take photocopies and I used to just compile them under one head. That was how I used to see things. And that actually worked because eventually the topics are many and you have to revise and re-revise and then again revise. So you actually cannot go around reading every single line time and again, fetching from different sources. So basically just take printouts, do anything, make a compilation per topic. That's very important because eventually I think that's the only way I found was helping. 5-year past year papers, that's very important. Understand the question pattern. Understand there are few questions which only come as a subpart of a question. There are few that come as 20 markers. You have to realize. Similarly, your answer writing pattern changes. I realized a question with more sub questioning is tougher to attempt. Actually takes a lot of time than a 20 marker. You can end up writing a 20 mark in 30-35 minutes. You cannot end up with the same timing if a question has 3 to 4 parts. So you have to tweak your presentation skills accordingly. Then the next portion is, okay, you have understood the concept now holistically, the class notes, your self-prepared notes of the reference books, and your personal understanding, whatever you gained through the classes. अब आपने क्या करना है? You basically now revise. Now revision has to be not only with that. I feel the help books in the market, see, never say no to anything. Everything has a certain source. Even they are sourcing from books, right? Don't treat the help books like first place of reference. Treat them like your revision point of view के लिए, because it gives you a trajectory how to write your answer. Usually there are case laws which go into pages and pages, and you're up with 20 case laws. You do not know how to present them or how to club them. This you can use the help book for. That's my personal opinion. Otherwise, the people who go primarily by the help books, you cannot reproduce anything in the paper. You feel lost. I, mockingly say this to everybody. वो गुप्त ज्ञान बन जाता है. You know it. It's moving inside you. You just cannot spit it out. The same happens if you're only with your the quintessential books, the academia books. That also you cannot reproduce. You need knowledge with a trajectory, basically. You cannot write anything, in isolation. You need every source. Then, okay, now going 1 week before the exams, or say 2 weeks before the exams, you might be having notes which might run into 50 to 60 pages. Tone them down to micro notes. Micro notes are for the night before the exam and the morning before the exam. So because at that point of time, you standing outside the room, the anxiety level actually shoots up a lot. कि मुझे याद आएगा, नहीं आएगा, मैं लिख पाऊंगी, नहीं लिख पाऊंगी. So that point, micro notes are important, which should have the topic number, the one word or keywords that you pick up whenever you are attempting a question, and after that, the case law relevant with it. So 1 page, you get it. You can just remind yourself of whatever you were doing. That was my way. It actually helped. Otherwise, I saw people, verbatim remembering the index paper, like case number 1, case number 2. I have seen people, learn and reproduce only the names of the cases. Even that doesn't work. So learn it, but learn it with a base. Then comes the presentation part. How do you write it? A few people have been saying that, okay, you can also practice writing your paper. I don't feel so. It's actually a waste of time because we are already graduates when we come here. The most you can do is make a mental map of everything. Just know it, that if such a question comes in, this can come when you know the past year papers. Just have an idea. Okay, this can be the question. This I can write. This is how I open. This is how I close. In between, you have to put it in a very, very streamlined manner. Put it in points. So what I used to do, if there's a topic A, I used to make notes, 10 points for that topic A, which included the, static knowledge about it and the case law and what's relevant and what's new about it. So I had 10 to 15 points for that particular question, and I used to elaborate on that. Have that mind map in your head. Otherwise, at the point of writing, initial 15 minutes, I personally feel आपको लगता है अब मैं ये लिखूं या मैं वो लिखूं. How do I approach this particular question? But if you have a mind map, you already know these 10 points I have to write, nothing beyond this. I have to elaborate on this. You are more clean, and you can just, the first question is a barrier. You end up wasting a lot of time on the first question. And after the third question, knowledge hits you. And you're like, okay, abhi to bacha hua hai mera paper. How do I do it? Anxiety pushes in. So be streamlined. That's very important if you want to complete the paper on time. Next thing, as Prerna rightly said, don't have an idea कि कितनी people used to discuss कितनी sides भरनी है, कितनी sides करें, कितने से कम नहीं लिखना. Actually doesn't matter. The times have gone when maybe people used to just count the number of sides. The content matters, and present the content in a very, very person should like, the professor should like it when they see it. It should just catch their eye. So for this, small markers, don't go beyond blue and black. The case, the name of the case, just put a box in black pen. You can just see it highlights the whole page like anything. You underline the important lines. You put it in a streamlined manner. Point number 1, sub-point 1, sub-point. Don't go beyond sub-point. It makes it more like a mathematical equation. It can naturally, invite some sort of a oblivion from that side, and they might not read that properly. that particular portion properly. Also, you can always have an imaginary margin, like whenever you're forwarding some sub point, just to marginal put things in a better manner. Better presentation is important. Only knowledge won't work. See, it's smart study at the end of the day. You might have many people in the class who are better versed than you, who know more than you, but वही बात होगी ना, गुप्त ज्ञान बन जाता है. They can't reproduce it in the paper. They can sit and talk about it. They cannot write it down. Today, if you cannot write it down, the lack of expression is what hurts you more than the very absence of knowledge. If you even have a custard knowledge and you have a knack of writing, you can actually present things. That's a very, very frank opinion of mine, that people are there who know better than you. You know, you should know how to present it well. Apart from this, don't use colored highlighters. I've heard and seen people who use highlighters and, you know, fragrant pens and things like that. There were people in my batch who did this. Don't do this. Behave like a mature, already graduate person. Have a certain, you know, quality to your answer, obviously. Apart from that, I think everything is, I can't share everything because some things might have worked for me, something might not work for you. Something I think Prerna said, which I didn't use. Some things mine were more spontaneous than already prepared. I think notes and the micro notes part and the presentation part is what actually worked for me. And I read the case material very well. So basically, if you read the case material, has a lot of theory, specifically the one for torts. I think the negotiable instruments one is slightly not too well displayed, not well cut, I'd say. But then the other ones are good. You should at least go through them once. Whenever, say, the class is going on, the teacher is doing a case. You are not school students. I can read the comment section also. So they were saying ki, madam, 2.5 months में दौड़ा के class हो तो कैसे करें? So see, you are not school students. You are not being dictated answers. This is college. This is post-grad. Learn to do things for yourself also. The professor can give you an overview. They can give you an idea. Okay, this is the cursory idea. These are the loopholes. These are the plus points. The other things you have to do. There's no spoon feeding. So my personal thing is work for yourself and work smartly.
Thank you so much, Akshita. So Akshita has told us, to our students, that make case materials and bare acts as your Bibles, not the help books. And that she was so generous to call Dukkis as help books. But don't make Dukkis as formula of success. Make your case materials and bare acts as formula for success. Thank you so much, Akshita, for your guidance to us students. So our next panelist for the day is, we have Miss Sunita Sevra. She is topper of the batch 2017-20. She's a proud daughter of a defense personnel. She did her schooling from Kendriya Vidyalaya Air Force Station, Arjangarh, and having a BTech degree from Amity University. She scored 68.5% in her LLB and scored highest marks in constitutional law. Over to you, Miss Sunita.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to everyone here. I guess बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है सबको देख के, बहुत दिन बाद. और सब कुछ प्रेरणा दी और अक्षिता दी ऑलरेडी बता चुके हैं. टाइम मैनेजमेंट सब कर लेंगे. I'll just tell you in just how to write your answers, because that is what will help you in scoring marks. So I would start with that. Like अभी हमको कोई भी question आता है, I'm getting so many thank you messages because students have asked me to help and I have helped them and getting messages because they have got good marks this semester. This semester is getting online, and this question is really very sick, and people are answering this or asking this कि teachers पढ़ा नहीं रहे हैं, हमारे को online में classes नहीं चल रही है. अभी आप लोग क्या कर रहे हो बच्चों? क्लास चल रही है, आप लोग लेटे हुए हो, आप सो रहे हो. Always have a pen in your hand, notebook, write down, jot down points, not sentences, nothing. Point लिख लो, एटलीस्ट ये तो लिख लो कि क्या केस पढ़ाया जा रहा है. कुछ नहीं लिखना है, कुछ नहीं सुना, उसको सुन लो. 1 घंटा बैठ के लेक्चर को सुन लो. टीचर तुमको घर आके मार्क्स नहीं देके जाएगा, तुम पढ़ोगे, तुमको मार्क्स मिलेंगे. अब अगर आंसर लिखना है, टाइम मैनेजमेंट करना है, मैं बहुत इम्बैलेंस थी. आई वुड सजेस्ट कि मेरी गलती से आप लोग सब सीखो, क्योंकि मैं हमेशा 4 क्वेश्चंस कर पाती थी, 5वें पे तो कभी पहुंच ही नहीं पाई, शायद इसीलिए थोड़े कम रह गए। बट आई वुड से कि टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज सीरियसली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। कैसे हमको 5 क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करनी है। आई वुड स्टार्ट कि जैसे ही हमारे हाथ में क्वेश्चन पेपर आता है, 5 मिनट क्वेश्चन पेपर को रीड करूं, सब चीज छोड़ के कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना, क्वेश्चंस को रीड करो। उसमें से देखो कि तुमको कौन कौन से क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, तुम्हारे पास किस क्वेश्चन के लिए कंटेंट ज्यादा है, उस चीज को अपने माइंड में लिख लो। चाहे एक मेंटल मैप बना लो जैसे दीदी ने बोला, या कहीं पे आंसर शीट के पीछे जॉट डाउन कर लो कुछ पॉइंट्स, कैची पॉइंट्स कि मेरे को इस क्वेश्चन के लिए ये वाला केस लॉ है, कुछ हल्के हल्के पॉइंट्स जो तुम आंसर फ्रेमिंग के टाइम पे लिख सको। अब हम बात करते हैं कि आंसर कैसे लिखना है। तो आंसर लिखते टाइम सबसे पहले क्वेश्चन को जब हमने रीड कर लिया, हमारे पास ऑब्वियसली उस क्वेश्चन के लिए एक लीडिंग जजमेंट होगा जो हमने पढ़ा होगा केस मैट से। अब केस मैट की इंपॉर्टेंस ऑलरेडी इतनी ज्यादा ग्लोरीफाई कर दी गई है कि केस मैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट। सिर्फ दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी ऐसा कॉलेज है जो केस मैट प्रोवाइड करता है, रेस्ट कॉलेजेस में केस मैट्स नहीं मिलते हैं। ये हमारे को एक प्रिविलेज है कि हम दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ रहे हैं और हमको यहाँ से केस मैट प्रोवाइड हो रहा है, जो कि ना सिर्फ एलएलबी में बल्कि आपको जुडिशरी एग्जाम में इतनी ज्यादा हेल्प करेगा। हम ऑलरेडी पूरे जो बच्चे जुडिशरी का एग्जाम दे रहे हैं ना, उससे 20-30% ऊपर हैं। हमारा लेवल ऑलरेडी इतना ऊपर आ चुका है क्योंकि हम दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी से पास आउट हैं, जो कि केस मैट बेसिस पे ही चलता है और यही केसेस हम वहां पे पढ़ेंगे, चाहे वो संग्राम सिंह का केस हो, चाहे हमारा MH जॉर्ज मेंसिया वाला केस हो। दीज आर द हाईलाइटेड केसेस ऑफ जुडिशरी एग्जाम्स टू। अब आंसर राइटिंग की बात करते हैं तो आई विल टेल यू हाउ आई यूज टू राइट। और मेरे साथ मैंने इतने बच्चों को बताया है और वो सब लिख के आते थे और उन सबके बहुत अच्छे नंबर आते थे, तो शायद भरोसा किया जा सकता है। सबसे पहले अपने फैक्ट्स लिखने हैं हमको। कोई भी क्वेश्चन हमारे सामने दिया है, कोई हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन दी गई है, उसके फैक्ट्स हमको लिखने हैं। फैक्ट्स हमको किस तरीके से लिखने हैं, ऑलवेज इन इवेंट्स, लाइक सीक्वेंस लिखना है हमको इवेंट्स का। इससे क्या होता है कि हमको जरूरी नहीं है कि लॉ क्या कह रहा है, लॉ कम्स विद लॉजिक, हाउ यू अप्लाई योर माइंड एंड योर लॉजिक इन अ क्वेश्चन। जैसे कि मान लो 304 का कोई एक्सेप्शन वाला है, ग्रेव एंड सडन प्रोवोकेशन। अब हम सीक्वेंस ऑफ इवेंट्स लिख रहे हैं केसेस में, देयर इज दिस कूलिंग पीरियड बिटवीन। अगर वहां पे हमको दिख रहा है कि क्राइम में और जो उसको प्रोवोकेशन मिली है उसके बीच में कूलिंग पीरियड है, उसको हमको भूलना नहीं है। जब हम अपना जजमेंट देंगे तो हमको ये हेल्प करेगा कि यस देयर वाज अ कूलिंग पीरियड, तो हम इसको उसका एक्सेप्शन जो है उसका बेनिफिट मिल सकता है या नहीं मिल सकता। ऑलवेज राइट योर फैक्ट्स फर्स्ट, लिटिल शॉर्ट इन ब्रीफ बट सीक्वेंस वाइज, what happened first, what happened next, exactly like this. Then there comes a decision of trial courts, like when a case goes directly to trial court का क्या डिसीजन है, ट्रायल कोर्ट ने उस केस पे क्या जजमेंट दिया है या क्या डिग्री पास करी है वो लिखो। पार्टी अग्री होगी अगर हाई कोर्ट गई है, बिकॉज जब हम हाई कोर्ट जाते हैं देन कम सीपीसी, हमको सीपीसी में पूरा 96 to 106 अपील का सेक्शन याद हो जाता है, एंड सीपीसी नाउ इज गेटिंग लिंक्ड टू एवरी अदर सेक्शन। आपके सारे जो लॉ के सब्जेक्ट्स हैं उनसे आप सीपीसी को लिंक करके आपको 96 106 तो ऐसे खड़े खड़े याद हो जाएगा, आपको याद करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी कि हम अपील में कब गए। सेकेंड अपील हमारी हाई कोर्ट में हुई, हाई कोर्ट में अपील, हाई कोर्ट की जजमेंट क्या आई, उससे वो अग्रीड होके वो सर्टिफिकेट लेके गया है या SLP लेके गया है, वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट पहुंचा। नाउ कम्स द सुप्रीम कोर्ट, द एपेक्स कोर्ट, जिसकी ऑब्जर्वेशंस गाइडलाइंस हमको लिखना है। यही हमारा आंसर है। लास्ट में हम अपना कंक्लूजन दे सकते हैं। आई यूज टू राइट माई आंसर लाइक दिस कि टीचर को केस मैट बुक कुछ ओपन करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़नी चाहिए। आपका आंसर इतना सेल्फ सफिशिएंट होना चाहिए कि टीचर उसको देखे और उसको स्टोरी याद आ जाए कि अच्छा ये स्टोरी थी, उसको केस मैट या कहीं पे देखने की जरूरत ही ना पड़े। इवन आई गेस मेरे ख्याल से नाम भी मैटर नहीं करेगा केस का, अगर आपकी केस की स्टोरी अच्छी है। अब स्टोरी याद करने के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं? एक्चुअली मैं ऐसे करती थी कि मैं अपने फ्रेंड्स को बोलती थी ठीक है चलो आ जाओ बैठ जाते हैं, और हम केसेस की कहानी बनाते थे। जैसे हमारे आईपीसी के बहुत फेमस केस थे, बच्चन सिंह, बच्चा बच्चा सिंह करके हमारे केस थे, या एक हमारा 299 और 300 का बहुत अच्छा केस था, जिसमें जो फीमेल होती है एक बार ही वो अपने बच्चे को लेकर कुएं में कूद जाती है बिकॉज उसका हस्बैंड उस पर अटैक कर रहा होता है, और
Yes.
एक बार वो कुछ फैमिली इशू की वजह से धमकी देके पानी में गिर जाती है। देन देयर इज अ डिफरेंस कि 299 आएगा या 300 आएगा, जहाँ पे उसके ऊपर एक अटैक हो रहा है, वो नहीं समझ पा रही है कि उसको क्या डिसीजन लेना है और वो कुएं में कूद जाती है, दैट इज 299 कल्पेबल ह्यूमिसाइड। लेकिन जहाँ पे वो जानबूझ के इंटेंशनली कोई काम कर रही है, जब हम एलिमेंट्स ऑफ क्राइम पढ़ते हैं, देयर इज इंटेंशन, मेंस रिया एंड एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ दैट इंटेंशन। आप बता रहे हो, आप कर रहे हो, देन इट कम्स अंडर 300। तो ये सब चीजें हमको अपने आंसर में हमेशा देखनी है। अब हम क्या करते थे, सब बैठ जाते थे और कहानी की तरह केसेस पढ़ते थे कि अच्छा ये वाले केस में ये कहानी थी, ये वाले केस में ये कहानी थी, ये वाले केस में ये कहानी थी। अब लॉ है, ये इंग्लिश का एग्जाम तो है नहीं जो हम बहुत ही भयंकर भयंकर, अब मैं हिंदी में भी इसलिए बोल रही हूँ ताकि सबको समझ आए। बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स है जो हिंदी में भी एग्जाम देते हैं, मेरे टाइम पे थे, शायद अभी भी हैं सब। तो हमेशा इंग्लिश के इजी वर्ड्स यूज करो जो आपको भी इजी लगे बोलने में, और टीचर उसको पढ़े तो वो भी इजीली अंडरस्टैंडेबल हो। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम बोले और बस डिक्शनरी खोल के बैठ जाए, टीचर्स कह रहे इतना भारी वर्ड लिख दिया, ये तो समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है। बहुत इंग्लिश के सिंपल सेंटेंसेस यूज करो ताकि मीनिंग भी चेंज ना हो किसी चीज का। अब राइटिंग हो गई हमारी, जब भी हम फैक्ट्स लिख दिए हमने, अब हमको केस लॉस कैसे ऐड करने हैं, कि हमने जो भी हाइपोथेटिकल सिचुएशन दी है उस केस को हमने पहले इलेबोरेट कर दिया, फैक्ट्स बता दिए, देन विल से कि वी हैव अ सिमिलर लीडिंग जजमेंट इन आवर केस। तो अब जो हमारा केस मैट का केस है हम उसको रेफर करेंगे। मैक्सिमम केस लॉज, मैं बोलूंगी कि मैक्सिमम केस लॉज लिखो, बिकॉज क्या होता है कि बच्चे क्या करते हैं, एक केस को पूरा लिखाएंगे। अब वो एक केस पूरा लिखोगे फिर बोलोगे मार्क्स नहीं दिए, हम तो लिख कर आए थे, ऐसा नहीं होता है। आप सारे केसेस को छोटा 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 करो और 3 केस लिख के आओ। आपको सारे केसेस आपको पढ़ने, टीचर को भी क्या लगता है, लॉ इज ऑल अबाउट लॉजिक एंड नॉलेज। टीचर आपकी नॉलेज चेक कर रहा है, आपकी इंग्लिश, आपकी हैंड राइटिंग नहीं चेक कर रहा है, आपकी नॉलेज चेक कर रहा है, कितना आप रिटेन कर पा रहे हो, कितना आप सुन रहे हो। कई बार क्या होता है, जैसे हमारे टैक्सेशन लॉ था, नितेश सर ने हमको स्पेशली केस के अंदर जो रेफर्ड केसेस थे उनका नाम बताया था। अगर आपने क्लास में सुना होगा तो आपको पता होगा कि ये इंपॉर्टेंट केस है, वरना तो सब बच्चे इंडेक्स याद करके जाएंगे। जब हम उस केस के अंदर रेफर्ड केस को सुनते हैं और सिर्फ उसकी मेंशनिंग करके आते हैं, इट ग्रैब्स यू एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट, आपको एक एज मिलता है बाकी बच्चों से अलग हटके। कॉन्फिडेंस रखना है हमेशा अपने आंसर्स में। आई यूज टू आस्क माई टीचर्स अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि मुझे पता है ये मेरे टीचर्स हैं, ये मेरे गुरु हैं, मुझे जज नहीं कर रहे हैं, ये मुझे ज्ञान देने के लिए हैं वहां पे। तो जितने क्वेश्चंस, जो एक सिली डाउट भी तुम्हारे दिमाग में आ रहा है, आस्क योर टीचर्स। कोई जज नहीं करेगा, कोई तुम्हें ये नहीं बोलेगा कि ये तुमको नहीं आता है। देखो, बच्चा चाहे वो ग्रेजुएशन में हो चाहे वो पीएचडी में हो, इसीलिए एक स्टूडेंट को स्टूडेंट का एक टैग मिलता है कि वो स्टूडेंट ही रहता है फॉर देयर टीचर्स, और हमेशा रहेगा। आंसर्स लिखते टाइम ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक्स होती है जिससे बहुत डरते हैं, क्योंकि इंग्लिश सबकी इतनी अच्छी नहीं होती है। सिंपल सेंटेंसेस यूज करने हैं, बहुत छोटे छोटे सेंटेंसेस यूज करो। जहां पे तुमको नहीं समझ आ रहा है, मेक अ फ्लो चार्ट। आई यूज टू डू दैट अलॉट, मैं फ्लो चार्ट्स में ही सारे आंसर्स लिखती थी। कहानी बना दो, इसने पहले ये यहाँ गया, फिर इसने इसका खून किया, फिर यहाँ से भागा या वहीं पे रुका, फिर पुलिस आई, क्या एविडेंसेस थे। एविडेंस लॉ तो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। इवन आई टेल यू कि कौन कौन से सब्जेक्ट्स हैं जो आपको पढ़ने हैं, जो बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। सीपीसी है हमारे पास, एविडेंस है, सीआरपीसी, आईपीसी। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ के लिए, एज आई हैव स्कोर्ड हाईएस्ट इन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ, आई वुड सजेस्ट, हमारे पास प्रमोद सर हैं, प्रमोद तिवारी सर, फैकल्टी ऑफ लॉ में टीचर। ही इज द बेस्ट टीचर आई हैव गॉट एक्चुअली। शायद मेरे को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लॉ ऐसे टिप्स पे है और अभी भी है, कोई इशू नहीं है, मेरे को सारे आर्टिकल्स सब कुछ याद है अच्छे से। क्यों? क्योंकि वो इतना अच्छे से पढ़ाते थे और पढ़ाने के बाद आप उसको कितना अच्छे से पढ़ रहे हो, दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट। आप कितना अच्छे से उसको पढ़ रहे हो, पढ़ाओ। अपने आसपास वालों को ना खुद बुला बुला के बताओगे यार मैं तुम्हारी क्वेरी सॉल्व कर देता हूँ। इससे क्या होता है ना, आपको रिवाइज करने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी। आई गेस मैं लाइब्रेरी में बैठती थी, मुझे शायद सबने बहुत बार लाइब्रेरी में देखा होगा, बट लाइब्रेरी में ना हम बैठ के ना बातें करते थे, एंड बातें वाज लाइक ये वाले केस की बात, ये वाले केस की बात, यार इसमें ये जजमेंट पास हुआ था लेकिन ये नहीं होना चाहिए था। तो योर एप्लीकेशन ऑफ माइंड, एज वी सी, अभी सबने पढ़ा होगा, सीपीसी पढ़ लिया होगा, सेक्शन 2 क्लॉज 2 डिग्री की डेफिनेशन देता है, वेयर कम्स एडजुडिकेशन फॉर अ जज ऑल्सो। एडजुडिकेशन इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड व्हाट इज एडजुडिकेशन? दैट इज सिंपली एप्लीकेशन ऑफ योर जुडिशियल माइंड, कि अगर ऐसा हुआ है तो क्या रिजल्ट आना चाहिए, क्या उसके लिए जजमेंट होना चाहिए, आपका माइंड क्या कहता है। आप डायरेक्ट उठा के देखोगे सब जगह एक चीज लिखी है, प्रूडेंट मैन क्या कहता है, प्रूडेंट मैन क्या कहता है। प्रूडेंट मैन हम है वो प्रूडेंट मैन, एज अ सोसाइटी, एज अ सराउंडिंग, हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, किसी सिचुएशन को देखकर हमारा क्या रिएक्शन है, अगर हम उस सिचुएशन में होते तो हम क्या करते, ये लॉ कहता है। लॉजिक लगाना है, सेक्शन नंबर्स कोई याद नहीं करता है, आपको जरूरत भी नहीं है, बट सेक्शन का कंटेंट क्या कहता है। देखो बैरेक्ट इज इम्पोर्टेंट, ऐसा नहीं है, मैंने बहुत लोगों के बैरेक्ट देखे जो 3 साल में एकदम नए के नए चमक रहे हैं, मतलब उसमें शायद उन्होंने नाम भी नहीं लिखा होगा, नहीं, दैट इज रॉन्ग। आप बैरेक्ट उठाओ, एक रीडिंग मारो, नहीं समझ आएगा क्योंकि टफ लैंग्वेज है, लेजिस्लेटर्स बना के गए, हमारे टाइम के नहीं थे, लेकिन एक रीडिंग उसको लगाना बहुत जरूरी है। आप सेक्शन की रीडिंग लगाओ, उसके बाद आप अपना केस मैट खोलो। केस मैट जब हम केस पढ़ेंगे ना, हमको खुद समझ आ जाएगा कि यार ये वाला लॉ, ये वाला सेक्शन हमको इस केस में लगाना है। शायद सब दुक्की को डिग्रेड कर रहे हैं, बट दुक्की वॉज वेरी हेल्पफुल। क्या होता है ना, दुक्की में हमको शॉर्टकट मिलता है, लेकिन दुक्की शॉर्टकट बनाना नहीं है। आप बैरेक से शुरू करो, केस मैट पे आओ, उसके बाद आप हेल्प के लिए लास्ट नाइट पे दुक्की ले सकते हो, लेकिन दुक्की को ही सोर्स ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन बनाना गलत है, आप उसको मत बनाओ। और जैसे मैम ने बोला कि प्रेरणा दी येलो सूट पहनते थे और येलो उनका फेवरेट कलर था या उनका लकी चार्म था, आई वुड से आई स्टिल हैव ऑल माय पेन्स जिनसे मैंने अपना एलएलबी एग्जाम दिया था, एंड आई स्टिल होप कि शायद मैं इससे अपना जुडिशरी का एग्जाम भी दूं, शायद टॉप कर लूं। तो दिस इज माय एम, एंड आई वुड डेफिनेटली से बी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योर एग्जाम। कौन क्या कह रहा है, कितना पढ़ाई, दूसरे की पढ़ाई से ना इफेक्ट नहीं होना है कि इसने इतना पढ़ लिया मैं इतना नहीं पढ़ पाया, या इसको मार्क्स ज्यादा मिल गए। मार्क्स तो मिलते रहते हैं, सबको मिलेंगे। आप एक सेमेस्टर में कोई बच्चा टॉप करेगा, एक सेमेस्टर में कोई और बच्चा टॉप करेगा, लेकिन आप अपना आंसर कैसे प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो, आप खुद सेटिस्फाई होने चाहिए। अगर आपको लग रहा है कि आपने बहुत अच्छा आंसर लिखा है, बस फिक्र छोड़ दो फिर। और लॉ हमेशा ही पैशनेट हो लॉ के लिए, कि क्यों, मतलब आई गेस मेरे ख्याल से लॉ हमारे को स्कूल टाइम में भी देना चाहिए, सबको अपने राइट्स पता होने चाहिए। अभी क्या होता है, हम जैसे ही लॉ बनते हैं फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में सबके फेसबुक पे एडवोकेट लिख देते हैं, हम आगे सब एडवोकेट बन गए हैं, लेकिन एडवोकेसी के जब रूल्स पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें बहुत बोरिंग लगता है। अभी हमारा 5th सेमेस्टर में सब्जेक्ट आ जाएगा एडवोकेसी का, जिसमें हमको एडवोकेट एक्ट पढ़ना है, तो वो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस भी आपको पढ़ने पड़ेंगे। सब कुछ पढ़ के और एग्जाम में लिखना। देखो टाइम मैनेजमेंट भी ऐसे नहीं आएगा कि आज हमने बोला टाइम मैनेजमेंट कर लेते हैं, वो टाइम मैनेजमेंट बहुत बड़ा बड़ा कर लेते हैं, ऐसे नहीं होगा। आपको अपनी आंसर में टाइम मैनेजमेंट को इम्प्लीमेंट करना पड़ेगा। जो चीजें आपने सीखी है उसको आपको अपने आंसर में डालना पड़ेगा। अब आप कैसे डाल रहे हो, ये प्रेजेंटेशन का तरीका आपको देखना पड़ेगा। अभी मैंने आपको बता दिया कि आंसर कैसे लिखना है। फैक्ट्स लिखो, इश्यूज बताओ, ट्रायल कोर्ट का जजमेंट बताओ, हाई कोर्ट का जजमेंट बताओ, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या गाइडलाइन दी। कई बार सिर्फ गाइडलाइंस से लॉ बनते हैं, जैसे विशाखा जजमेंट है, विशाखा जजमेंट अगर पढ़ेंगे उसमें सिर्फ गाइडलाइंस पास की गई थी और उसके बाद पूरा सेक्सुअल हैरेसमेंट एट वर्क प्लेस वाला जो हमारा लॉ बनाया गया, इनएक्टमेंट की गई। तो वो जो जजमेंट्स हैं, वो गाइडलाइंस है, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और उनको याद नहीं करना है, याद करने की जरूरत नहीं। अपनी ये लॉ तो हमारी रेगुलर लाइफ में, जो हम डेली रूटीन की लाइफ जी रहे हैं, उसमें काम आता है। उसमें हम कहीं ना कहीं छोटा मोटा इम्प्लीमेंट करते ही रहते हैं। हमारा फोन खराब हो गया, कस्टमर केयर को कॉल करना है, सबसे पहले बोलते हैं कस्टमर केयर को, अगर हमारी कंप्लेंट नहीं सुनी गई तो हम कंज्यूमर फोरम में केस डाल देंगे। तो ये चीजें हमने कहीं से सीखी, जब हम उसको पढ़ रहे थे, हमको कोई लॉ नहीं आता। जिस बच्चे को लॉ नहीं आता ना, वो भी उठा के यही बोलता है कंज्यूमर फोरम में केस डाल दूंगा मैं। नहीं पता उसको क्या एप्लीकेशन डलती है या केस डलता है या क्या होता है, लेकिन हम शुरू कर देते हैं। तो ये सब चीजें ना धीरे धीरे आएंगी, बट आ जाएंगी। उस लॉ के लिए आपको पैशनेट होना पड़ेगा। सर तो बोल ही चुके हैं रोमांस करना है लॉ के साथ, तो वो लॉ के साथ रोमांस होना ही चाहिए। बिना उसके आप आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे। लॉ के साथ लॉजिक लगाना पड़ेगा, उससे प्यार करना पड़ेगा। शायद हंसते खेलते लॉ निकल जाएगी। दीदी लोगों ने बहुत बहुत सारा ज्ञान दिया था, मैं सुन रही थी कि शायद मेरे टाइम पे दे देते तो मैं थोड़ा सीरियस होके पढ़ती, बट मैं तो ऐसे ही हंसते खेलते निकल गई। तो मेरे ख्याल से अगर किसी को क्वेश्चन पूछना है वो पूछ सकता है, बाकी मैंने अपनी तरफ से मैंने जैसे पेपर दिया वो बहुत अच्छे से बता दिया आप लोगों को। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, Miss Sunita, for your mantra of success towards the end of the program. And now request our ever charming, ever smiling, ever elegant, our Vageshwari ma'am, our very own Vageshwari ma'am, to propose a vote of thanks to this August gathering.
Thank you, Devi. As we come to the end of this very engaging and fruitful discussion, it is my duty to propose a vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank our respected professor in charge, sir, Professor Dr. Mahavir Singh, for encouraging us to organize this program. Next, thanks to our three panelists, our star performers, our glorious golden girls, Prerna, Akshita, and Sunita. When we planned this event, we had high expectations, and the way you spoke and shared your experiences and the magical tips to success, you surpassed our expectations. We couldn't be prouder. Thanks to each one of you for immediately agreeing to the program and meticulously structuring your presentations for the optimum advantage of our students. I am sure we will have many more toppers in the years to come. Three of you had your different mantras for success, different strategies that you shared with our students. Prerna focused on planning, preparation, structuring. Akshita is all about hard work, lots and lots of hard work. So this is a very, very scientific approach that these two girls have. And then our Sunita, the unassuming Sunita, she has an engineering background. She's our own Rancho from the Three Idiots, Gyan Baatne se badhta hai. I would always see her surrounded by all these politically active students, and I would think that what is this studious girl doing in the midst of them? But आज मुझे पता लगा ये इनको पढ़ा के इसने अपनी नॉलेज पक्की करी है। Right? That is what has happened.
मैम अपनी नॉलेज पक्की करी है और उनको पास करने में मदद करी।
सबको पास कराया है। So she has shared her knowledge. That has helped
She's
us.
seeing blessings.
And
Thank you,
all
ma'am.
three of you have taken time out to patiently resolve all the queries. You have explained in a very simplistic manner how exactly students they need to prepare. And although I jotted down the notes, but I don't think I need to repeat all that because we've already exceeded the time that was initially allotted for this program. So thank you to all three of you. Then thanks to Ashwini Siva for coordinating with all three of you. It was he who coordinated with the panelists, planned the dates, and he put this entire program together. Thank you, Dr. Belu Gupta, for hosting the event in such a vibrant and lively manner. Thanks to Dr. Ajay Sonavane for the technical support. Thanks to Dr. Monica Chaudhary and Dr. Nitesh, who are also the members of organizing committee of this panel discussion committee, for all their support. And last but not the least, Thanks to Professor Obi Lal for taking time out to join the program. All our senior faculty members who have enriched the program today by attending this program and being a part of this program, our dear students, our audience, okay, for making this program such a grand success. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Professor Vageshri Deshwal also.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Vageshri, I think, both Prerna and Akshita want
raised
to say
hands.
something. Yes, Prerna ji.
Oh, sorry, sir. That was my mistake. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yes, Akshita, do you want?
सर एक कमेंट सेक्शन में लड़की है सुबा रानी, वो she wants to ask कि she has been writing answers the way we have mentioned but she is not able to score well. So Subha, I think you should tone down your concepts which you try to put in the facts. Facts को ऐसे मत लिखो कि fact file बना रहे हो. आप उसको थोड़ा सा put it in your own words, put it in a paragraph form, छोटा paragraph, like the way what you understood out of it. That is not possible in white collar crimes wala, I suppose. Baki to I think other papers you can tone down that portion so that you write the other portion more elaborately. I've seen people focusing too much on facts and writing कि इतनी डेट को ये हुआ, फिर इसने इसको मारा. You're not supposed to do that. The professor knows story क्या थी, आपको पता है story क्या थी, वो आपका analysis और fact क्या है केस में, what have you deduced out of it. They want to just know this. So just this.
Thank you so much, everyone. Greetings of the day, and we end very graciously with this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.